Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you, warrior. Yes, today is a very important day. We will be discussing the secrets behind the habits that will take you from an anxious place to a place of inner peace. I'm so excited for this video. Before I get into it, let me remind you that the Health Anxiety Program is now available. This transformative program, you can learn more about it right here. Habits. My friends, when it comes to this video here, let's concentrate, let's focus in here. When it comes to this video, I want you to understand that your mornings, more often than not, your mornings need to be dedicated to guiding and reprogramming the subconscious mind. Okay, so when you get up in the morning, okay, those initial moments, we need to say, hey, this subconscious part of me, this unconscious part of me, I want to guide and redirect this part of me to what is true. Not what it believes is true based around childhood experiences and traumas. I want to guide this part of me to what is true today. This is the goal when you wake up in the morning, my friends, okay? And when it comes to the evenings, what we're going to focus on when it comes to the evenings is maintaining your momentum. So when it comes to the evenings and you're there 5, 6, 7, 8 p.m., it's very important to understand what the mindset is. And the mindset is about maintaining your momentum from the day, okay? So in the morning, we've got a certain intention and a certain attitude. And in the evening, we've got a certain intention and a certain attitude. Doesn't it all start with mindset anyway, right? Here we are in this world looking for the next quick fix, looking to get out of an anxious state as quickly as possible. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll do that meditation. I'll be guided from hypnosis. I'll do whatever it takes. No, right? You will just be circling back to an anxiety-riddled inner world. So mindset comes first. Now, let's get into the mornings, okay? 3 very powerful habits that you can begin implementing into your mornings. Yes, we're going to go into the evening and just prior to sleep in a second, but let's focus on the morning first. When you wake up in the morning, there's a lot of people out there that suffer from anxiety that wake up with a tremendous amount of suppressed rage. Okay, a feeling of unforgiveness, an inability to move forward based on a relationship or a situation that occurred in their past. Okay, if this is you, our first habit will speak to you because this habit I like to call pillow work. Okay, there needs to be a release of this energy, but not only a release of this energy, we need to get to a place where we are empathetic towards the other person. Okay, so pillow work will do just that. All you have to do is grab a pillow, okay, and maybe go to the bathroom or somewhere where, people won't think there's something going wrong, right? You're raging on this pillow. So you get this pillow, you go to the bathroom, okay, and you start punching that pillow left, right, left, right, left, right, okay? And when you're done punching that pillow and getting all that suppressed anger and rage and anxiety out of you, it's all out of you now, okay? When you're done, your heart will be racing. You will feel like you've released that energy. And in those very moments, I want you to take both of your hands, place them on your heart, and begin to release and forgive that person. Okay, so there you are in that moment saying, I forgive you not for your sake, I forgive you for my sake. It's time that I move forward from this. I'm no longer going to hold on to the emotions that are connected to you. These are your feelings, these are your emotions, and I give them back to you. I forgive you and I release you from my mind, body, and spirit. There it is. There it is, that very moment, right? You get up in the morning and you do your pillow work, and then what you do is you don't check in to see if the result has been there, right? You don't want to check in and say, did it work, right? Do I feel better? Is it gone? You don't want to do that, because the way the subconscious mind and body reprograms itself, the way the inner child reprograms itself, is through those small and repeated wins. So you just had a big win, okay? You're gonna feel like I did something great there to reprogram myself. Now I can take on the day, okay? So pillow work is our first habit that you want to implement when you wake up in the morning. Habit number 2, I love this, the magic of water. The magic of water. So you wake up in the morning, right? And you go to the bathroom, okay? Maybe this is after your pillow work, maybe before. Go with your intuition on this one, okay? So you go to the bathroom and there's the sink, okay? And as you're washing your hands and seeing the water drip off of your hands, I want you to imagine and feel that the fear, the anger, the anxiety, the doubt, the unforgiveness, all of these things that you're holding on to is dripping off of your hands. So as you see the water dripping off of your hands, as you wash your hands, you're going, there it goes. There goes the anxiety. There goes the fear, right? And when you do this, you're sending a clear message to your mind, body, and spirit that you have an intention here. You're no longer going to hang on to feelings, emotions, beliefs, unconscious behaviors, programming from your past. Okay, so again, the magic of water. Go to the sink, wash your hands, and imagine with every drip of that water that the anxiety is dripping off of you. I love this habit, and I really, really hope that you implement these in your life, okay? Morning habit number 3. Again, a very powerful one, okay? And all these habits are not related to logic and trying to think your way past the feelings that you're feeling. No, my friends, we are reprogramming ourselves at the deepest levels. The third morning habit is the balloon effect. The balloon effect. When you wake up in the morning, and you can do this in your bed, as you wake up, you open up your eyes, but then you close your eyes again. Imagine a balloon of black, anxious energy. Imagine that, okay? And imagine that there's a rope or a string attached to your wrist that's connected to that black balloon, okay? And as you imagine this, you can see it, and you can look at your wrist and go, oh, there's that string that's attached to that black energy there, right? All my anxiety, my fear, and I've been carrying this around for far too long. And you grab the scissors and you cut that string. And as you cut that string, you're imagining looking at that balloon go further and further and farther and farther away from you, right? Next thing you know, the balloon is completely gone. And all you can see is the blue skies and the freedom that awaits you throughout that day, my friends. The balloon effect is excellent in my books because it does 2 things. Number 1, there's a certain degree of somatic engagement, meaning you're using your body, okay? And number 2, there's an imaginative effect. And the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between something that's imagined and something that's happening in our physical reality if in fact what you're imagining comes with a certain degree of feeling connected to it. That is why the balloon effect as a morning habit is very, very powerful, okay? So those are our morning habits, my friends. Take them, start implementing them. But what about the evenings? Here you are. Okay, in the evenings, it's important not to push too much. Okay, in the evenings, we don't want to push. We want to maintain our progress. We want to maintain the progress that we have to tap back into the identity that is true for us today. Okay, so the first evening habit, and there's going to be two of these that I want to talk about. The first evening habit is connected to the allowance meditation. The allowance meditation. I want you to sit with and observe, very important, not absorb, okay, but observe what is taking place in your mind and your body. So in the evening at some point you're going to say, I got to take time for myself. About 5 minutes is fine, and you can up the time as you go, okay? And all you're going to do is sit there and observe, okay? A thought may cross your mind, but it's not going to stick. There it goes, right? Oh, I've got my bodily sensations. There's a bit of twitching there. There's a bit of shaking from the day, right? And I observe it. There it is, right? You want to feel a similar feeling to as if you're in a movie theater watching the movie, right? So there I am, and I'm watching these things go by, right? I'm watching these things. And as I watch these things, again, you are reprogramming yourself to no longer allow these things to stick. But a quick tip here, a quick tip. The more tired you are, okay, the more opportunity the inner child has to make these things stick, okay? So if you're really, really tired and you're overworked or you're overanalyzing things from the day, as many anxiety sufferers tend to do, and you feel really, really tired, just keep that in the back of your mind, okay? Because that gives the inner child a feeling of being opportunistic, okay? Oh, we've got a chance here to allow these old beliefs, these old programs to stick and turn into unconscious behaviors and deeper emotional states, right? So keep that in the back of your mind, but again, implementing allowance meditation in the evening is so powerful, not only for the moment, but to move you towards an increase in melatonin that will help you as you rest and as you go into sleep, my friends. So implement the allowance meditation. And secondly, powerful again, journaling. Okay, a lot of people ask me about journaling. They ask me about journaling. The evening is a great time for journaling because, again, you don't want to push too much. You don't want to do your emotional reframing practices in the evening. If you're doing any kind of breath work, you don't want to do them in the evening, right? You want to allow your mind, body, and spirit to continue with the winds that it had from the morning and the afternoon. So, journaling. Recap your progress in a journal, but don't only recap your progress. I want you to write down times when your inner child or your ego or your shadow wanted to arise as well. Okay, so you're going, okay, I'm writing this down in my journal. I had a tremendous win today where I detached myself from a specific anxiety symptom, right? There it was, right? And normally, I allow this to unfold into all sorts of catastrophic situations in the future, but today what happened was I was able to observe it. I was able to allow it to be there and refocus my attention on all the things that I'm grateful for. Now that's an example of a win, right? And wins can come in the form of mental wins, emotional wins, physical, behavioral wins, imaginative wins. Anything that intuitively feels like a win, write it down in your journal. But also, write down the times when your inner child wanted to get your attention. And when we talk about your inner child, we're talking about your irrational fears, right? When we talk about your inner child, we're talking about the initial feelings towards experiences that are unfamiliar, right? There's a certain degree of uncertainty towards this, this situation. So the inner child says, don't do it, don't go go there, right? We haven't done that before. We don't know what the outcome is going to be, right? So this is the inner child, always trying to pull you back in to your comfort zones. Comfort zones are ways of thinking, unconscious behaviors, unconscious ways of feeling, unconscious ways of interpreting what the world is really like and how people are. Okay, so we know what the inner child is. So when the inner child wanted to show up throughout the day, write that down as well, right? So that you're aware of that going forward. So evening journal, write down your progress and write down the times when the inner child wanted to get your attention again, right? And pull you back into irrational fear. Those are some of the most powerful habits that you can begin implementing in your life if in fact you're suffering from any type of anxiety today, my friends, okay? And just as a bonus, I want to add this very important habit as well, okay? And this habit is to be implemented just prior to sleep. I want you to grab a piece of paper, a very small piece of paper, okay? Almost like a sticky note piece of paper. And I want you to write down on that sticky note your intention, the thing that you want to happen, okay? And you can even write down to be anxiety-free, to release my suppressed rage, to eliminate my irritability, right? So you write that down on the sticky note and you place it underneath your pillow and you place your pillow on top of it and then you lay down and you're about to go to sleep. What a message to be sent to your mind, body, and spirit, my friends. This is absolutely powerful, powerful, powerful. Now, quick tip. Don't use the same piece of paper twice. So even if you're going to write down a similar intention or the same intention or goal or desire, okay, put that old piece of paper aside and write it down on a new sticky note or a new piece of paper, my friends, each and every night, okay? Powerful. Now, we've gone through these secret habits, right? And I'm really curious as to which one or which ones are you going to implement in your life starting right now. Comment below, okay, on which habit spoke to you intuitively or which habit spoke to you intuitively, right? These are very, very important. And please, please listen to me, please. When things improve, don't give up on the structure that you have. A lot of anxiety sufferers give up and they say, oh, I don't need to do that anymore because I feel a lot better. I'm thinking differently. I'm moving my life in a new direction. Please don't allow this to be you. If you feel like this is the case for you, just be reminded of the pain. If you stop the structure, if you stop the habits, if you stop the momentum that you've gained for anxiety, okay? Imagine the pain of going backwards to that place where you were once, right? And if you think about the pain, you're going to go, whoa, I don't want to go there, right? So I have to maintain these things, even if, a part of me wants to bring me back to a place of saying, I don't need to do them anymore, okay? You do. Warriors, I love you so very much. I'm behind you 100%. If this video spoke to you, give it a like, give it a comment, and please share it with somebody in need. These habits are so powerful. They're going to change people's lives. Share it with someone or a forum or a group in need. And let's help more people become more than anxiety. That is what we deserve. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.